Hello there. I would just love to share this story with you, the story, a true story of Dreamweaver. And I want to share it with you because it involves me and it made my day. It made me laugh and chuckle to myself and feel inspired and motivated all day long, still doing it to me now. And I'm just sharing it with you because I hope that it might inspire and motivate you or just make you smile too in the most positive way. Now, there's a man. I live in a small market town called Petersfield, just below Portsmouth and Guildford on the A3. And I've lived in this town for a number of years, and I've seen over the years a man that lives and works in the town that is really appears to be living his life on a slightly different plane than most other people. He dresses differently in light blue print trousers, for example, a sleeveless yellow body warmer. He's got a headscarf bandana on his head, and he's got Rastafarian hair, if you like, coming out of the top of it. He's a slim built man. He looks a very chilled man. Looks a very earthy, very creative man, a very kind man, and a very happy man. And I've watched him for many years and have always been intrigued by him, but to my detriment, really, I've never took the time and trouble to go up and just say hello, because sometimes we don't do that, do we? Anyway, I was in town with my wife, and there is a square in Petersfield. It's a bit like the square in the films Back to the Future. You know, Petersfield over the years has been ever changing, but the one constant is the square. Now, this man has now moved his office. I said he's a very earthy, very creative man. We've seen him around the pond, beautiful pond on a place called the Heath in Petersfield. We've seen him in the summer, being there with nature, collecting things from nature, spending time with the animals and things like that. And he's moved into the square. He's moved his office into the square. And his office consists of a woven, multicoloured mat, which he sits on, and he does his crafting. And when I walked by, he was sat on his mat, his office at work, whilst everyone was going about their day, their normal day, doing normal average things. This man sat in his office in a square, working with nature and making things to sell, I would presume. Now, my wife went off to do some shopping, and I was going to meet her up for a coffee, so I had a bit of time on my hands, and I walked over to the guy and just said hello, and I just said hello, and he said hello back, and I said, look, do you mind if I asked you a question? He said, no, go for it. I said, is you a happy man? I said, I've seen you for many years. I've been intrigued by you, and are you a happy man? And he said to me, well, on days when everything is going fine, I'm 10 out of 10, I'm booming. But on days when things aren't going so well, I'm like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. And I'm thinking to myself, a 7, 8 out of 10 on the happiness scale, when you ain't happy, not a bad thing, is it? Not a bad place to be at all. I said, do you mind if I ask you another question? He said, go on, go for it. And I said, in your opinion, what is happiness? And he said to me, happiness is contentment. Happiness is, like being you, following your path. Happiness to him was sit down on the floor in a market town working with nature. And he said, yeah, he's a very, very happy man. I just said, thanks, very interesting. I walked off to get a coffee, and I thought, you know what, this guy, lovely guy, has given me the gift of his time, the most precious thing, and I want to pay him back. So I bought him a coffee, took it over to him, we started riffing, talking again. Fantastic. And I said, look, I forgot to ask your name. What is your name? And he said, it's Dreamweaver. Blew me away, couldn't believe it. I said, no, what, really, for real, Dreamweaver? And he said, yeah, honestly, Dreamweaver. He said, that's what you get when you get two hippie parents that go to Glastonbury and make you at Glastonbury. That's what you get, he said. And his name is Dreamweaver. I said, that's absolutely fantastic. He said to me, what's your name? I went, oh, it's Dave. But, I said, my email address is wake up, start dreaming. And he went, dreaming in the title. I said, yeah, he's booming. You don't know it, but he is my best friend. And I love this man because you know what? This man is slightly different to some of the other people, most people in our town, because this man is marching to the beat of his drum. He's not doing the same thing that everyone else is doing. He's doing what he's doing. He's true to himself. And he really does appear to be extremely happy. And there may be those cynics that say, maybe they just appear to be happy. Not really. He comes across like he really is. He's now my best friend. He don't know but know that. And I want to, when you're in the presence of a guru, you should just sit down, shut up and listen, because you might learn something. This man is a guru on happiness. I want to take him for a coffee and another one, and I want to sit and listen to this happiness guru, because I may pick up some great stuff that I can use in my life and I can share with you. This man talks about everything that I believe in terms of happiness and going for the things that you want in life. He's living it and I'm loving it. So that is the story of Dreamweaver, a fantastic guy.